Today, I want to inform you about one of the most energetic, influential, and forward thinking presidents in American history, Theodore Teddy Roosevelt. Roosevelt was far more than a political figure. He was a reformer, a conservationist, a trust buster, and an advocate for ordinary Americans. Understanding his legacy matters because many of the policies and protections we enjoy today, from national parks to food safety regulations, originated from his leadership. Roosevelt's early life shaped the fierce determination we associate with him today. As a child, he struggled with several severe asthma and poor health, but instead of accepting physical weakness, he rebuilt himself through exercise, boxing, and outdoor exploration. According to the historian Edwin Morris in his peer-reviewed biography, The Rise of Teddy Roosevelt, Roosevelt's belief in the strenuous life because the foundation of his personal philosophy and later his presidency. This mindset not only transformed his own character but influenced how he believed a nation should act boldly with purpose. One of the most enduring contributions was his work in conservatism. When he entered office in 1901, the American wilderness was rapidly disappearing due to industrialization and uncontrolled logging. Roosevelt believed nature was essential to the well being of future generations. During his presidency, he protected roughly 230 million acres of forest, wildlife refuge, and national parks. As the National Parks Service notes, he established 5 national parks and signed the Antiquities Act, which allow presidents to protect landmarks and ecosystems for public use. Today, when we hike, camp, or enjoy preserved national spaces, we are still benefiting from Roosevelt's pioneering in environmental policies. Roosevelt also shaped the American economy through his commitment to fairness and accountability. At the time, enormous corporations called trusts controlled entire industries, limiting competition and exploiting workers. Roosevelt famously became known as a trust buster. According to the Smithsonian Magazine, his administration filed over 40 antitrust lawsuits, breaking up companies like the Northern Security Railroad. But Roosevelt wasn't anti-business. He simply believed that no company should be so powerful that it threatens the public good. The idea helped create the foundation of the economic regulations we still use today. Another area where Roosevelt had enormous impact was consumers' protection. Before the early 1900s, food and medicine was largely unregulated. Factories could sell contaminated food, and drug companies could make false claims with no consequences. After reading Upton Sinclair's The Jungle and hearing public outcry, Roosevelt pushed Congress to pass the Pure Food and Drug Act and the Meat Inspection Act in 1906. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, ultimately grew out of these reforms. Thanks to Roosevelt's leadership, Americans today can trust that their food and medicine meets minimum safety standards. Beyond policy, Roosevelt's personality was unforgettable. He was charismatic, energetic, and unafraid to take a stand, even if it made him unpopular. He delivered speeches in thunderstorms, boxed while president, and even survived an assassination attempt during a speech, continuing to talk for over an hour with a bullet lodged in his chest. His courage, whether physical or political, set him apart. Roosevelt once said, "Do what you can with what you have where you are. A message that still resonates as a reminder that individual actions matter. In closing, Teddy Roosevelt's life and presidency often offer powerful lessons for the U.S. today. His dedication to protecting nature, promoting fairness in the economy, and ensuring basic consumer safety continues to influence American society. More importantly, his example of determination, courage, and public service reminds us that meaningful change often comes from bold leadership and willingness to fight for the common good.